Spoiler warning. If you have not seen Season 5 of Game of Thrones, read the books, or the Telltale games, this is your one and only warning.
I'm Afterburn. This is Game of Spoils, and I'm here with this very hard to get and very mysterious guest that I'm naming the Brotherhood.
Hey.
They have names, but I'm just going to refer to them as the Brotherhood for now.
I'm Brother 2. That's Brother 1.
I'll be Brother 1.
Speak into the lamp.
Hello.
Yeah. I know the mic gets everything, but if you're leaning back and talking softly, it'll be harder to hear you. And I forgot to look at this episode of the game, but we're going to be talking about episode 7 of Game of Thrones, season 6, called The Broken Man.
Come on and don't see the broken man.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, I forgot to ask, you guys watched the episode, right?
Yes. Yeah, we caught it.
You caught it. There we go. A nest of vipers. Speaking of the Brotherhood, The first thing I want to talk about in the episode was the Return of the Hound, which we all kind of thought were dead. I heard rumors that he might be in this season when he showed up, and he got a lot of that episode. He was in 3 separate scenes.
Yeah. I mean, they started it off with a bang. Him right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good reveal. I loved it right at the starting, even before the title showed up.
Yeah.
It just revealed him.
The struggle of talking and playing. Well, also, and it was also someone I've been waiting for. I knew that was going to be in the season. I don't know if you're familiar with the actor, but the Ian McShane, it was the guy who was the priest who found the Hound. You know, the guy who got all the talking parts,
Right.
and then was hanged by the Brotherhood.
Right. That was vicious.
Yeah, it was kind of rumored that Ian McShane would be playing the Mad King in like a Bran kind of visiting the past flashback.
Right.
But as the episode before, when Bran was being carted away and all those flashes of things like burn them all,
Yeah.
they did show an image of the Mad King, and it wasn't Ian McShane. And I was kind of disappointed actually. 'Cause, like, think of that priest guy and think of the Mad King like without the beard. I think he would have done a good job. Like silver up his hair a bit.
Oh.
So it was kind of a high profile actor. We're just kind of a one-off, not important character.
Yeah, I was hoping
one
to
and done.
Yeah, I was hoping to see him bite because he was talking about how he actually murdered people.
He used to be a soldier.
Yeah, but he never got shot.
But he probably did put up a fight when the Brotherhood came. And
Right.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, these guys are members of the Brotherhood. That's why they can't give their real identities, because they're wanted by the crown. Yeah, well, we've kind of not given a crap about the Brotherhood. They only really showed up when Arya was hanging with the Hound. The Hound was taking her away, and actually Arya was with the Brotherhood with her friends Hot Pie and Gendry, and the Brotherhood kind of abducted her or whatever, and the Hound showed up and they had that fight.
Yeah.
And the guy used the flaming sword because the Hound hates fire. And he died, and then the Red Priest brought him back to life, which kind of set the stage for bringing Jon Snow back to life, because it was the same kind of deal where the guy died. He'd been brought back multiple times. That character was named Beric Dondarrion. He was set out to when in the first season when Ned Stark was in Hand of the King, that war was kind of starting, and the Mountain was like raiding villages, and he sent out Beric Dondarrion to arrest the Mountain for his crimes, right? And then while he was away, the king died, and then Joffrey became king, and those guys were doing the king's work, and then they became outlaws. So that's how they were the Brotherhood. But that's all old news.
But to us, we are the Brotherhood.
Yeah, you know that story. But yeah, maybe I don't know if they're going to play a role in the episodes to remain, or that was just how to bring the Hound back into action.
Right.
Everyone's thinking that the Hound is going to fight the Mountain.
Yeah, I can't wait for
in
that.
Cersei's trial by combat.
That'd be awesome.
Because that's been a long time coming.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get you someplace,
And it's interesting that the Hound will be kind of being the representation of the faith or whatever, which, the holiness. But, he seems to have this, he's got like a second chance going on, and they're all talking about, I wasn't listening at all to this, I'm not going to talk.
The Hound has like a limp now. You can kind of see him when he walks.
Oh,
it's kind of like this guy with the cane.
Oh, yeah.
But like, how's that going to match up with the Mountain?
And that would make sense, right? Because he was left for dead, so he can't be the Hound that he used to be.
For sure.
I don't know what else to do.
You're not alone, pretty lady. Look at that look on my face.
I'm here for you.
You want to make out?
This guy's smooth.
Thank you.
Oh, that was her brother that died.
Oh, damn.
A consoling hug. Getting back to what you're talking about with the limp, and he's probably not going to be the fighter that he was. But we still haven't seen the new Mountain do any fighting, right?
That's true.
Like he was the unbeatable guy, right? But now that he's kind of a Franken Mountain, maybe he has some weaknesses that we don't know.
Possible.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Yeah, we haven't seen him do anything.
I think this will be like a match of two, not shadows of the, maybe not shadows of the former self, but more weaknesses, more vulnerabilities. But it'll just be about like these brothers and their hatred of each other. More, right? Yeah,
That's the way to do it. Revenge.
We'll be waiting for that. Okay. Well, while we're in King's Landing, I just had a little note about. Oh shit! I wasn't watching. I often say nothing because I'm not paying attention to the dialogue, but that's okay. Marjorie's playing her part really well. I don't think anyone believes she's truly like given into religion or whatever. She's doing what she can. Hey, there she is. She slipped her grandmother a little rose there,
right,
and I thought it would. Telling her to leave, was that like a warning, or is like maybe like a secret meeting, or what were your thoughts on that?
I think that was just like, it kind of let her know that she's not really all religious and stuff now. That she's just playing a role.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of.
She's
sign.
talking
She's
to talk, but
everything's fine.
yeah, well, it's real slide slipping that note too. Like,
Yeah. But who knows? Do you think the High Sparrow may be onto her somewhat? Because they had a little moment with that book, that like passage or whatever.
I think maybe he's a little suspect of how quickly she's kind of turned it around because she resisted so hard. But I think he's willing to believe that she has changed, and I think his thing was more about like he's kind of brainwashed Tommen, and he's got her, and they're the most powerful people in Westeros, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you got to have a kid now, and then he can brainwash that kid from the beginning,
exactly.
right?
He's definitely trying to use her,
Yeah.
and it just
got to have an heir.
Yeah, who's 3 steps ahead of who is the question.
Yeah.
Because Tom and Marjorie, probably he knows they might be playing his game right now, but they could go back because if they got strong family ties, right? He could lose them even though he has them now, but if he can get that kid in that time, then the faith will be secured, kind of thing.
I like that she wasn't in it, because usually there's a lot of just titles being thrown around.
Everyone's saying all are unburnt and Breaker of Chains and Mother of Dragons. But that's how it is. Like you get those titles and
This is the Brotherhood. I'm Brother 2. This is Brother 1. Brother of my brother. What?
Hey, brothers.
Yeah, even they cut out the Lannisters saying motto as well. Lannister always pays there, and then they just like,
Well, actually, good. Thanks. Nice to mention that because that's one of my points. Nice to see Braun. I haven't seen him for a while.
I missed him.
Yeah, he's a fun character
for sure.
I thought it was odd that they were marching towards like a siege, and he wasn't wearing any armor. He was just wearing like his leather like casual stuff, and Jaime was in full like rich guy Lannister armor. That whole scene with Jaime and the Blackfish, that was pretty much exactly what happened in the book. Last season when Jaime went to rescue Myrcella, that was all kind of improvised. That never happened in the book.
Okay.
But Kingsguard did go to rescue Myrcella, but it was just not one we're familiar with, so might as well use Jamie, right? Because he's a big character. But now we're getting into the things that actually happened with him having to take back, and that whole like parlay with a blackfish. That was like, I love that. Like, would you like to resume your captivity? That was a great line.
Used to be slaves. I had to guess.
So then that part then with saving Marcella or failing to, were the lady, was she like her and those other women, were like they still the bad guys then in the book?
The sand snakes?
Yeah.
No, actually, in the book, the guy who got killed in the first episode, Doran Martell, he locked them all up because he was afraid they might do something like that. So the one that got killed was kind of, you should have done that. Actually, they tried because in Dorne, in the rest of the world, it's like it passes down from firstborn son to next kind of thing. Right. But in Dorne, they if there's a girl that's older, it passes down to just whoever the oldest, right? They recognize. So what they were doing, because Marcella was older than Tommen, they were trying to get her away from where she was and name her the actual queen of Westeros. Like that was their plan, and then they were going to try and take the crown, Dorne and Marcella. That was their plan, but that kind of got squashed. That big black guy that protects them stopped them and killed the White Knight that was protecting Marcella. I can't remember his name in the book or whatever, but he had a few chapters. So that's all different and changed, but worth mentioning.
How did my brother get that gash in his
It's
arm?
so different.
Yeah.
There's so many
What does that have to do with it?
Cotter.
I don't know how these two are related. This girl's clearly albino. Remember when they were getting the oh god, they were visiting the Mormont place and getting those 62 soldiers.
Yeah.
Davos was the one that won them over, and he mentioned the Night King. And I was like, how does Davos know about the Night King?
Right.
The only thing I think of is maybe the Red Woman saw it, but other than Bran, who knows of the Night King, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's a character that's not even really mentioned in the books.
Snow's seen him several times,
Yeah.
so I'm sure someone's told him. I guess it's just
Yeah, but it's like he's seen him, but it's not like he was like, "Oh, I'm the White King, I'm the Night King. Remember my name." It's like he's just seen them. He doesn't talk to them.
Yeah,
They don't state their names. So I thought that was interesting.
So
But I thought maybe the Red Woman, she saw that was happening. That's why she got Stannis there. In the first place. So maybe she named him the Night King, kind of thing.
Exactly. It's probably
That's
not
awesome.
his name. It's probably just given to him.
there were also all those myths and stuff about White Walkers to begin with. So possibly there's a story about a Night King or something.
One last thing.
Or the Wildlings.
Possibly. But
Because they have the most
also
experience.
remember that you should go first because I'm not paying attention. They're the warriors of light, kind of. They get guided by the light, and then the dead is the darkness. So the Night King would be an appropriate title for that, right?
And walk away.
Yeah, brother.
I'm gonna give my headbutt.
Yes.
That segues us to Arya, the Arya scene. She was trying to get out of Braavos, and she got stabbed a little bit there. Huh?
Boy, that was intense, that scene. Wow.
She must have not got stabbed very deep, though. She was kind of walking it off. I guess she has better tolerance to pain with her training or whatever. But,
I guess so. But even
Oh, shit.
before the stabbing, though, she kind of got sliced across the waist.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and then going in water, I don't know, that can't help. Open wounds.
Yeah.
I almost passed out there. I'm gonna use my head. Got me here.
Fight dirty. Fight dirty.
Yeah. But were you guys expecting the episode earlier where she kind of went rogue and went away from being a faceless woman? I think everyone kind of thought that she was gonna complete that training.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing that she didn't complete it.
Well, I mean, she still is a more stronger, more dangerous person than she was going into.
She learned a lot.
But it is kind of disappointing to not finish
fight while
that
being blind.
training.
I don't know. Her training was just what? Blind?
Well, we didn't get to see everything, right?
Well, that was kind of a cool thing at the end of that episode where she went into this room and then she like blew out the candle because she doesn't need her sight anymore, right? Like she could fight in the dark. She didn't end up doing it, but it was kind of a thing where you didn't have to sleep with one eye open, kind of thing. Like she could hide in the darkness. But as soon as that old lady showed up, I knew it was that chick in a mask. I was like, "Watch out for that old lady!"
Sweet girl.
And Yara, who in the books was very much not a lesbian, but in that shot there, she was very much a lesbian.
Yeah, it was
fuck the tits off there, if I'm quoting her correctly.
exact quote.
Great quote. So I feel like that's setting up a future kind of relationship between her and another female character.
Daenerys?
Probably not Daenerys.
Yeah.
But somebody, because just to let us know early, but who knows? It could just be to keep the sexy in the show.
That's what I was thinking.
The show always seems to do that.
Yeah.
They showed a wiener a few episodes ago, so now they're going to show some lesbian action.
That doesn't really equate.
Hey, kids want to see another wiener? I think I'm going to end this episode of Game of Spoils. It just flew by, huh?
Yeah, it did.
So this has been Afterburn with special guest The Brotherhood. Hope you like this.
It's cool.
Like, subscribe, or leave comments saying how much you hated us or don't like us, or we're all idiots, or say nice things, or whatever you want. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for being on with me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's nice.